Svetlana, the firefly in the room.
Hello plant friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video that I never thought that I will do because I never had such an idea, but one of you in my comment section down below asked me to do my houseplant pots haul. So this is what's going to be. I mean, I won't show you every single pot I have in my collection, that would be a really long video. But I will show you the most favorite, the most special, the most beautiful, quirky, funny. I mean, you will see some stuff here like boobs and stuff. So get ready for my favorite pots in my collection. Okay, so let's get started. I don't know if you can tell, you can see here in a little bit of a corner, I have a pretty big bunch of plants in here, and today I will show you 15 favorite pots. I mean, I could not take the plants out of the pot, so itself you will see some plants as well. So I don't even know where to start. Maybe let's start from this side because it's not enough space in here, so I needed to put some plants in here as well. And I will start with a handmade pot. It was made for me, it's custom made, it's very quirky. I love how, it's weird, and my friend actually, Gintara, made this one for me and I love it so much. It's so special for me, so I keep a very beautiful blooming plant in it. And actually it reminds me of her because she's very colorful, very, outgoing and funny person, so it's just the perfect plant for this pot. And she made it herself. It's actually, when she gifted it for me, one leg was broken off, so I glued it with super glue. But it works. It's a little bit, wonky, but it still works, and I just love how weird it is. It looks like the witch's ball. So that was pot number one, and let's jump straight to another one. Actually, it's not a pot, it's a vase, and I use it as propagation vase. I thrifted it for a couple euros, and I'm not sure what that is. I mean, it looks like a vase, but also looks like it should hold an egg, maybe. I don't know, but I just love this vintage look, the Victorian era look, and it's perfect for plant propagations. I do not keep anything else in here, only plants that I propagate. So here you can see my Hoya Crimson that I cut off maybe a month ago, something around that, and he grows new leaves in here. Can you tell this is a small tiny leaf in here? In here. Okay, next. Okay, while we still talk about violets, I'll show you another one with my pot. So this is one of my recent plants. This is African violet. One of you commented that you think that there is not one plant but two. Well, actually I take a nice look, and here are 3 violets in one pot. So first of all, let's talk about pot itself. So this is a cement pot. It's without drainage holes, but don't worry, inside is a plastic pot with drainage holes. So what I do, I just put a little bit of water inside of that pot and let it drink from the bottom, And here are 3 beautiful plants. I know it's not very good for it to stay that compact, maybe, but I want to wait when it will finish blooming, and then I will do something about it. Well, I will repot it. But here is plant number 1. Here is hiding little tiny plant number 2 with 1 bloom, and here is plant number 3. How cute is this, right? I love these leaves. They're so fluffy, and love the bottom of the leaves. They're so beautiful. This actually never was a big lover of these plants, but guys, this made the change, and I love it. Next, this pot is from H&M actually, and I got it as a present from my boyfriend for my birthday, I think, I'm not sure. So in it is Hamalonima Maggie, one of my favorite plants. I mean, look how fluffy it is, and actually this is the newest leaf. It's so beautiful, I love it, and it in this beautiful H&M pot. It's also without drainage hole. It still has a price. It was 15 euros, so it's around 17 bucks. And I love that it's got ceramics inside as well, so it's almost like a dish or a vase. And actually it's still in its nursery pot, so don't worry about this plant. It's loving the life. It's growing another new leaf in here, if you can tell. So I love this plant. It's so beautiful, guys. Oh my gosh. Next, so if you're new to my channel, well, hi. I hope you'll subscribe because I have lots of plenty content on my mind in the future and in the back, you know, everywhere. So I love to decorate pots myself. I love to buy terracotta pots and do something myself. For example, paint them. This is the most easy way to make a difference on your pot. So for example, this cacti pot. This is simple terracotta pot that I just painted in one of my pot decorating videos. And it was so simple, it took me like 5 minutes, and just look at the difference. Imagine this one and the simple terracotta. Of course, this one is much more fun. I loved this spontaneous confetti thing, you know. It just turned out really beautiful and I'm obsessed. And since we are still talking about my decorated pots, I have a little more. So bear with me. So for example, this one is still one of my favorite pots and my boyfriend's pots. I painted it myself as well. As you can tell, the white is getting a little bit yellow since I need to water this and sphere more often because it stands in my balcony and receives lots and lots of sunlight. So it's once again thirsty because the leaves are squished to, you see, they're squished, the edges one to another. So if it would look like that, then it would be okay. So I need to water it ASAP once again. But there's another one that I made myself. And one more. So this one is the most quirky, and Raul actually was checking on me and asking if it's still okay. Yes, this pot is still here. This is a terracotta pot, simple terracotta from IKEA. And what I did, I bought some clay and made boobs myself. And then obviously I painted it. And I mean, I have a whole tutorial in my channel, so if you scroll down a little bit, you'll find this actually was one of the first ever DIYs on my channel. So if you love DIYing, you should try this out because I mean, this is fun, guys. It's real boobs. I mean, whenever I ask my boyfriend to move this pot, he moves not by the pot, he moves by the boob. And he actually broke off one of the boobs, so I had to glue it, but it's still here, so no worries. Okay, another one. So this one is actually a very kind of funny story. This is a simple pot without drainage hole as well, but don't worry, plant itself is in plastic pot with the drainage holes, but it needs to be repotted ASAP. And very soon I am thinking of going to the big box store to buy more pots and more soil because all of my plants need repotting like so badly, and I don't have soil, I don't have the pots, so I'm struggling, guys. But very soon, I mean very soon. So this is actually a pot from a grocery shop. So it's from Maxima. It costed me €5 and I bought it with a discount, so I think it was like around €3 or $3.50. So it's very cheap and it's so cute, guys. Just look at it. It's a little sleeping puppy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is actually holding my calathea and it's still alive. Amazing. I love it. I love it, and it needs to be watered. I actually skipped my watering day. Yesterday was my watering day, so some of my plants will look thirsty, just like me. Kidding, okay. So next one is this beautiful. I love this color. This is actually my favorite color. When I was a kid, I could never choose between blue and green because those was my favorite colors. And when I find out that when you mix those two colors, you get this beauty, it was immediately my favorite ever color. So that's why I love this pot so much. And I mean, I love the pattern on it. It reminds me of Morocco because I love macrame, and macrame is kind of from Morocco, so it's just beautiful. I love how it looks. It's looking expensive, right? Well, it wasn't a very cheap pot. I actually made drainage holes myself because I did not have them, but I don't remember how much it cost. I think around €8 or something like that. And for me, it's a lot for a pot. So here lives my Sansevieria Metallica. As you can tell, there is a little update. It still doesn't grow any new leaves, but it's still okay. It's still juicy and healthy. It stands in my balcony, so gets all of the sunlight that I can provide. And I mean, it's a happy plant. I'm very excited. I love it. I love it. And since we're talking about Sansevierias, here is another pot with Sansevieria. And this is that. It has drainage hole. It doesn't have the price tag, but I think it was around €5 as well, so about $6. And I just love the pattern, the shape. It reminds me also of ancient Greece for some reason, of the just old times and old dishes that looked like that. And I think this plant is just perfect. The shape of it is just like bursting from the sides, and this kind of shape looks so beautiful together. I mean, it's a perfect fit, and I adore it. I mean, if there would be another plant, I wouldn't be so sure if I would love this pot so much, because it's red and I'm not a big fan of red. Talks a person with a red here. But it's a just perfect match, so I love it. Alrighty, then we have another pot. Actually, this is not a pot. This is thrifted dish for tools, I guess for some kitchen tools, Oh. Who's there? Who's there? Rocky came from a walk. So here is a dish for tools, and I use it obviously as a flower pot, but for now I don't have any that would fit in here, so it holds sand and my pebbles. I know, weird, but this is it. I love this pattern. It also reminds me of Victorian era for some reason. I love this green. It's so rustic looking green, so olive green, and the drawing itself looks very beautiful, and I love it. It's actually one of my favorite thrifts ever. And it's so simple, but I just love it. I know, please close the door. Love it. Next one, and I think this will be, oh no, it's almost last one. It's almost last one, so this is Terracotta Pot. Actually, funny story, this Terracotta Pot is from a dumpster. So one day I was walking my dog, and I was not lucky to find a plant, but I was lucky enough to find this beautiful looking rustic terracotta pot. And actually it's a little bit out of shape. If you would look close enough, it's a little bit squished, so it's really looks handmade. You see, these parts are a little bit longer, and this sides are a little bit squished, So I just love this pot, and I was a little bit worried that, I never take stuff from dumpsters, except that would be a plant, right? But it was a beautiful handmade pot. I mean, you can see all these details that was put in it, and I bet somebody really loved this pot. So I gave it a new home, and it looks adorable with this new Agave Victoriae Reginae, right? This is a present from another plant tuber, Fee in the Forest. And I just love this plant, and this pot is just like it was made for it. I mean, just look at that. It looks like some ancient statue, isn't it? I just love to look for pots when I already have plants, because I know that I will find a perfect match. So this is one of those. This is one of those cases when you see a plant, put it in the pot, and you're like, oh, yes, 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 yes. And last but not least, I have some glazed pots in the site, and actually there are a couple of them, but they're not that special, but they hold very special long plants that need to be propagated. But this is a plant from my friend Aiste. Well, this is satin pothos, right? But I just love this simple pattern with gray color and gray glaze, but it looks beautiful, and it just, complements the silver stains on the leaf with the silver pot. I mean, right? So this is my Rhaphidophora sperma. It's growing a little bit like crazy, but the pot, I mean, it's cool, right? It's cool. It's so weird. It's so not usual, and it's without drainage holes. So it grows in the plastic pot inside of it. Don't worry about it. And it's a very happy plant, because right in this spot is the most bright spot in our house. That's why I film here, and that's why he loves it in here. I mean, you can tell, right? Okay guys, this will be it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Don't forget to comment which plant pot was your favorite. Maybe you want some, I don't know, tutorials, new tutorials for how DIY houseplant pots, how to decorate them. Let me know in the comment section down below. Like this video, and till the next time, bye!